today on Trend. Ingrid shows off a penthouse that's the pinnacle of posh. When it's time to chill, it's hard to beat a hot tub. They say you can't buy good taste, but can you rent it? It's a gorgeous day in Victoria today, and we're up above the top of the world in one of the most gorgeous penthouses available. Ingrid, you have a lot of history here. Can you tell us a little bit more about this project?
Absolutely. Welcome to the Pinnacle Penthouse, and this is just the most spectacular final phase of Sayward Hill, which has been a project I've been involved with for over 20 years.
Well, and we were here, was that 3 years ago, when this building was literally a hole in the ground?
It was, and we had our pink hard hats on and we were walking around and just visualizing the beautiful setting where you're out overlooking the Cutover Bay Golf Course. Mount Baker is right front and center of the immaculate views that we have. It's just extraordinary up here.
And you're not right down in the heart of Victoria, but there are so many amenities right here close by.
And I think people are really starting to discover not only Victoria, but really starting to recognize the benefits of living in Cutover Bay. It's just a beautiful community. You're centrally located, 20 minutes to town, 20 minutes to the airport or the ferries. And you really have a little enclave here of local artisan shops. You've got the award-winning golf course at Cutover Bay. The Ridge course is a 9-hole par 3 that overlooks your front windows.
And this development has so much quality involved with it, from the design, the build, everything.
And that's what the Jolls are known for. They are one of the premier builder, developers, and community builders of Victoria. Their attention to detail and their level of customer service and commitment to quality, this really is the showcase and the pinnacle of what they have envisioned for all those many years ago.
And as a designer, I really appreciate the high-end finishes and the little custom touches that are involved in all the units.
And that was very thoughtfully planned. A lot of work went into every single location for the light switch. You know, how is the kitchen functioning from a chef's perspective? And they really paid attention and sourced some top quality products. Kimberly Williams' design team was part of every single phase, and just the extraordinary commitment from Campbell Construction doing quality build. And this home is just the most elegant yet casual and comfortable, and just so proud to be able to showcase this.
And it really is the perfect size, because we're looking at a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, plus you get the media room, and it just has such a great energy and flow to it. Everything is planned so well. There's even great storage.
So the layout of this Pinnacle Penthouse is really extraordinary. Over 1,800 square feet, as you mentioned, the 2-bed, 2-bath, plus the media room, and it has a flexible space where a lot of the homeowners who have now moved into the building have used it as a great home office, incorporating a lot of the built-ins, which really maximizes your square footage and the efficiency of the space.
There really are so many high-end features here, from the Rift whiteout panel cabinetry to the real marble backsplash and high-end appliances.
And that was, again, another conscious effort to raise the level of this penthouse package. The Miele with the full gas cooktop and amazing convection oven, the wine fridge, and the oversized refrigerator as well. It really is just an extraordinary chef-style package that we offer.
And it's not just the interior space. This deck space for the exterior is stunning.
And that was something that we consciously designed. Every phase that I was part of with the Jolls, we canvassed all of the owners, all of the prospective buyers. What did you like? Where can we improve? We sent surveys out. And that was one of the big key features. People wanted more outdoor space. And here in the Penthouse, this is the very first time that we've been able to achieve its own private rooftop patio. It is stunning up there.
We're really high up here, and that's how we achieve this view. But what floor are we actually on?
So we're on the 8th floor, and one of the highest points in all of Cordova Bay, actually, from a condominium perspective. And this penthouse is so unique. So here, the final piece of the puzzle, the Pinnacle Penthouse, life at Saybird Hill, it really doesn't get more extraordinary than what this whole lifestyle offers. And the backdrop of the green of the golf course, the blue of the Pacific Ocean, the white snow-capped Mount Baker, it really is just picture perfect.
You really can have it all.
You can.
I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to the new expanded and rebranded Ruffell & Brown Window Covering Center. Nigel, this is very impressive.
We've been busy this year. We took over the space from Max Furniture, who used to take this space, and we decided to just expand our showroom and expand all the fixtures and displays. And we also became a higher level of partnership with Hunter Douglas, who we've dealt with for 25 years, but now we're a Hunter Douglas Gallery showroom. And we've got these fabulous new fixtures and displays and programs that we have with them. So we're quite excited about everything that's been happening.
And you've rebranded.
We have,
Tell us
yeah.
what it means to be a gallery.
Well, the Hunter Douglas Gallery is a different level of partnership with Hunter Douglas, but we felt that we needed to change our name from Ruffell & Brown Window Fashions to Ruffell & Brown Window Covering Center, because we do so much more, and a lot of people just felt that we were a high-end residential place, but we actually do repairs and service, commercial, contract, institutional, property management, work with designers in the community, and felt that it was a better brand and explained what our vision for the company to the people of Victoria.
Well, this is such a great space because I love that everything's so spread out. There's so much room. You can really focus in on the products so much more.
We can, and we're seeing the feedback that we're getting from our customers and our salespeople is that because there's some really fabulous new products and systems and automation, that we're better able to present it. And we have several large windows that we've got products on, and the new displays, which are top of the line with new lighting and everything else. So it's just a whole different level of presentation for the consumers. And
I find so many clients really want to see it in action. It's great to see the different colors and such in the books, but to be able to visualize what that will look like in your home can be a bit challenging.
It is, there's just so many different new products available and different options on every product, and every product has 2 or 3 different price range categories. So for consumers to go out and get perceived value, they don't realize how complicated of a process it is, and they quite often get confused by the process of buying custom window coverings.
Right, and you can show them product that they didn't even know existed.
Exactly. Well, and the showroom enables us to do that. We can go through the 3 or 4 different kinds of suppliers and products and price ranges and solutions that we can provide for window coverings.
We have so many displays because people like to see different fabrics, and they like to be able to touch everything and operate everything so that they fully understand what they're going to be having in their home. So,
and you can really help them with that as well.
Exactly. So we can do everything from you bring in some pictures and rough measurements to, we visit you in your home and help you select product, for your specific windows in your furniture, with your furniture and your lighting, and it works out well that way too. We have people come in all the time that go, oh, I've never seen anything like that. So it's great to be able to have the big samples to be able to demonstrate that to people who are looking for something new for their windows.
In-person meetings are a thing of the past right now. We're still doing face-to-face, but you have to do this over technology. Not everybody has the luxury of having a dedicated office space at home. A lot of people have an open concept, something similar to this, and have to choose the right space for their video calls. You want to make sure that you're at the right height, someplace comfortable. This counter would be good for that. So if you sit down, open up your laptop. The mistake that a lot of people make is your camera is now facing up. You're gonna get double chins, you're gonna see up your nose, it's just gonna be bad. You can always prop your screen up onto books or something to add just a little bit of height. Another thing to think about is the natural light in the space. Where I am right now is great because I have a window behind us. So I'm getting a lot of natural light. It's washing my face. There's no shadows. It's not dark in the room, and people can actually see me. Another thing that I'm finding a lot are people setting up elaborate sets that are actually really distracting during your call. I'm definitely going to be that person reading all the books in the background on the shelves. You have no privacy here. You also want to choose a spot that's nice and quiet. Let's face it, our new colleagues are not the most respectful. You don't want kids fighting in the background. You don't want your husband working away doing things. You want it to be calm and simple so you can focus on what you're talking about. Milo's being nice and quiet back there for us. You also want to make sure that if there is a lot going on in the background, that it is in the background. It's not a part of your call. I have a little simple plant here. It kind of sets the mood nicely. Also pay attention to your interior lighting. When you can't have a room flooded with beautiful natural light, make sure that the light is as white as possible. There's all sorts of temperatures out there. A really warm yellow light isn't going to be the best in this instance. There you go. Follow all these tips and you will be the professional on the call. I'm always looking for the newest methods in rest and relaxation. Self-care is so important. Grant, you've been in the business for such a long time now.
42 years.
So you know the inside and out.
I should by now.
Look at all those service awards behind you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we have 2 stores here. We're downtown and we'll be going out to Langford in a little bit. I'd like to show you this spa. It's if you rated spas in terms of like, you know, the Chevy, Ford, Mercedes, BMW, Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, it's all really about features and benefits.
So is this the Ferrari?
This is actually Mercedes.
Yeah.
And it has a disposable drinking water level filter here. And you just put that in the garbage every 4 months.
Okay.
And it filters so fine you don't have to use some of the harsher chemicals that dry your skin.
Amazing.
Plus this one will last many, many years because this does most of the work.
And this one's beautiful too. It's so quiet.
It's running right now. I can turn the waterfall on. And that's the flow that's going through the disposable filter after it's being treated by UV and ozone. So in this seat over here, this is simulating acupressure and you get an endorphin release. There's 31 pairs of nerves either side of your spine and you trigger those pressure points. And you have a master control to power up and power down to control the flow of the water and how much air. And years ago, my wife announced that she's going to go get in her happy seat, and this is where she went. This is a spa actually manufactured in Florida. So this is a plug and play. But
And it's a little bit smaller footprint too if you don't have as much space.
A little more basic spa, but it's really, you know, it's a gorgeous look. And we've got the LED lights on the outside and you have the waterfall feature, and it's really quiet. It can be operated on 30 or 40 amps as well.
And you guys have been extremely busy right now too, catering to
we're up
everyone's needs.
over $1 million from normal sales, like up over 50%. The demand is extraordinary, just absolutely extraordinary. People want to feel better, they want to sleep better, and live a better life.
And really cocoon at home.
And since we're doing more of our living at home, cocoon and comfort, right?
Tell us a little bit about this guy right here.
This is a jacuzzi. Normally these are primarily Sunnet spas, and this is if I would use the car analogy again, this is along the Mercedes level. And you can run this on 110 power or 30 or 40 amp 240 or strictly a 40 amp.
All of them are so unique. Even the covers are different.
We have a smart cover made in Spokane, Washington. And the last maybe 15 or more years, it's like the Tesla of hot tub covers. You can have a party on top of the cover.
So it's a hard cover. People can actually stand on it.
Yeah, and it's so easy to deal with because it's just like effortless.
Tell us a little bit about the Nordic Spa, because I know it's really interesting.
They are really affordable. I have over 60 of them on order right now. It takes a while to get spas because the demand for hot tubs worldwide is extreme. And so I've proactively ordered over 150 hot tubs. So a trailer load shows up and another one and another one. We're trying to order popular spas, popular colors. That way we can address the demand in the market, which is so extreme.
And then there's not as long of a wait period.
Well, if you want a custom, you may have to wait. If you want a custom color, custom features, then you may have to wait. But so far, most people are being less fussy because they want to get a hot tub now.
Oh my gosh, there is absolutely everything here for the utmost relaxation.
Go global with Newport Realty and Christie's International. Diverse culture, cuisine, architecture, customs, and music make up the personality of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands, recognized for its natural beauty, year-round pleasant climate. While the Virgin Islands wages are lower than in the U.S., the overall cost of living is substantially higher. Rent runs about 15% higher than on the mainland. Now enjoy lounging by the pool and taking in spectacular town, harbor, and sunset views from this villa. With 3 bedrooms and 3 full baths, it's located within one of St. Thomas's oldest, most private gated communities. It's currently operated as a short-term villa rental with existing clientele. Even though an island is considered outside of the hurricane belt, be prepared. Make sure the building is hurricane-proof. You never know. I'm Dave Brown, going global with Newport Realty and Christie's International.
You guys are in for a special treat today. We're here in one of my favorite spots with one of my favorite people. Jose, tell us a little bit about your beautiful warehouse.
Well, it's a furniture and art and decor rental company that we started about 8 years ago, and it's grown from one little warehouse, which was this one, to 3 warehouses. We cater to events, we cater to photographers, mostly we cater to stagers, and that's how it started. It started for the stagers. We sort of evolved into the events and photographers and film and video.
Well, I think that's really important to back up for a second and talk about that, because I know working in Victoria, there wasn't a lot beforehand when it came to furniture for staging, borrowing things. I mean, I was pulling things from my own house, which is not great, let me tell you. And now we have this huge warehouse of resources, so you can make a place look lived in.
Yes, exactly. And that's how this started. That's how my little baby started, was because I was staging. So when I moved here 14 years ago, I started my staging company, and it didn't exist. This company is quite unique, and it didn't really exist. We have a few other companies that do rent out, but it's solely big furniture. So all the little accessories and the baskets and the plants and the bedding and the artwork and the lamps and all of that stuff.
I feel like we need to say, oh my, after that.
Yes. It takes a lot, actually, to give that beautiful finished picture.
And you created an entire system to help manage all of that. Like, look at all those little tags on there.
Absolutely. So that's my husband's little baby, actually. So we started together, and he developed with a programmer from Toronto, a friend of his, developed this system so everything can be done online. So we created this also for the stagers, that they could do an estimate and pick their project and the style that they wanted, and to create at home in their pajamas if they wanted.
And it really is a very streamlined process as well. It's a lot of work to put it together. I don't think people realize how much. It's like moving into a home, unpacking, setting up in a day, and then your properties sell pretty quickly. So then you have to go back, unpack it all, and take it back.
Absolutely. It is a longer process than people think, because what they see is the end result. So when they walk in, it's like, oh, wow, and that was done in a day. But really, it took us probably from the look-see that we call a staging estimate. So we go in and see the property, and then we estimate about 12 hours. So 4 hours to sort of pack and plan, which is here on site. So you kind of have to design the space and what we have, and then we have to install. So usually installation is probably another 4 to 6 hours, and then the D-stage. So that's another 2 hours. So when it's all sold, set and done, we have to go back and pack it back in, pack it back up, and then bring it back.
Well, I'm a very visual person, so how do you feel about taking us to one of your projects?
We would love that. We actually just did one not that long ago, and it just sold. So we would be happy to take you.
Jose, this house is stunning.
It is stunning. However, when we started with it, it was a bit bare.
Right.
So adding these elements like original art and all these little touches makes a huge difference.
I mean,
in the
it
way
really
it
looks lived in. You wouldn't know that, like, was this place vacant, or was it just adding to the decor?
It was adding to the furniture.
Right.
So the furniture was already here, and they were just missing those little special touches that give it that big wow factor.
It's true, because a lot of times if you're just looking at a photo, it can look so bland without those touches.
Absolutely, and I think we have a few examples of those.
Yes, we sure do. And actually having your design background and your design firm as well, you really notice those things and you go above and beyond to make it look so elegant. So what's the process? You would bring in all the decor and really play it up to make the space look lived in?
That's right. So when we come and do sort of the staging estimate, when we come and view the space, we get a feel of what color we want to add to it.
Right.
Because on pictures, like on like MLS pictures, it's so important to have colors that pop.
And you need to
right?
start at that point. It's too
Absolutely.
late once those photos are already out there if you haven't staged them.
Absolutely, you have to start right from the beginning, and then you put it on MLS and do the pictures. So we had a beautiful background to work with, and also, so these elements like the blue island, or sometimes it's just from the outside, the greenery. You can see that we're surrounded by a lot of green, so that too brings in a lot of the colors that we've chosen.
Because essentially when you're staging, you want people to come in and envision themselves in the space, not the previous homeowner.
Absolutely, and that's key. That is key. They need to see themselves, and they only have 5 to 10 seconds to make a first impression.
You guys have a whole bag full of tricks when it comes to staging a property. What would some of those be?
We do have a full bag of tricks. Some of them, so just for example, mirrors. Mirrors will reflect, they will act as another window. So they will add more natural light, which is good. Artwork is where we start actually to pull our colors as well. And we do have a lot of original art in our inventory, which is great. And it's local artists.
It really gives the artist a chance to showcase their pieces as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And sometimes they've had a chance to sell some of the pieces because the new owners actually fall in love with them, and then so it creates that as well.
And that's really something that you guys provide as well. You're a great hub for the staging community and for the artists and people in the industry.
Absolutely, and that's how we started. That's how we started to grow the staging community, and then it just went from there. So.
And educating everybody as to how important staging is in a property as well. I think Victoria really understands now.
It does, it does. We still have to educate a little bit more, but I think we're on the right track.
Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful style with us.
Thank you, it was my pleasure.